Hello everyone. I'm very excited to talk to you today because what I'm about to share with you is something that completely changed my life, and I believe it can change yours too. Today I want to talk to you about something called no one's coming to push you, do it yourself. You see, there's a truth in life that is hard to hear but essential to understand. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you success, motivation, or opportunity. Life doesn't work like that. If you wait for someone else to push you, you will wait forever. Your dreams, your goals, your future, they are your responsibility. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner your life can begin to change. Let me tell you a story. When I was young, I failed many times. I failed in school. I failed in job applications. And I even failed to enter colleges I desperately wanted. I remember applying to KFC, yes, KFC, and being rejected. I applied to over 30 jobs. Every single one turned me down. And I remember the sting of being laughed at, ignored, and underestimated. But here's what I realized. Every rejection was a lesson. Every no was a step closer to my yes. When I founded Alibaba, I had no money, no technology, no experience, and very little support. People thought I was crazy. They said, Jack China doesn't need the internet. Who will use it? Who will trust it? But I believed in something bigger. I believed in myself. And that belief carried me forward when nothing else would. Because here's the truth. Motivation is fleeting, but belief and action are unstoppable. Most people wait for motivation to appear like a gift from the universe. They think if someone cheers them on, success will come faster. But motivation is not a gift. It's a product of action. It's built when you decide to get up, even when your body says no, when you continue learning, even when your mind feels tired, when you take one small step, even when the whole path seems impossible. That's how motivation becomes unstoppable. When I first started, I didn't have investors or support from the government. I had an idea and a relentless desire to make it real. Every night I would work on my computer until late, trying to convince small businesses to trust the internet. Most people laughed at my efforts. My friends and family didn't believe in me. I could have given up many times. But I realized a key lesson. If you don't push yourself, nobody else will. And this is where so many people get stuck. They wait for external push. They wait for someone to tell them they're good enough. They wait for opportunities to appear. They wait for someone to validate their dreams. But life doesn't work that way. Life rewards those who take responsibility, who act when it's difficult, who push themselves even when nobody else cares. Let me be clear, doing it yourself is not easy. It's uncomfortable. It's scary. You will face moments of doubt, moments of loneliness, and moments when quitting feels like the easiest path. I've been there countless times. There were days when I questioned everything, nights when I couldn't sleep because the challenges seemed too big. But each time I reminded myself, nobody is coming to push me, so I must push myself. This principle applies to every part of life. If you want to become great at anything, whether it's business, sports, art, or personal growth, waiting for someone else to guide you is a trap. You need to take initiative, educate yourself, and build your skills relentlessly. I learned this the hard way. I was rejected from Harvard 10 times, and people called me a failure. But instead of giving up, I used it as fuel. I read books every day. I studied people who succeeded before me. I networked tirelessly, and I took risks when others were too afraid. That's how I created opportunities that nobody else handed to me. And here's another truth. Discipline beats motivation every time. Motivation is a spark. It burns bright but fades fast. Discipline is the engine that keeps you moving when the spark is gone. Some mornings I didn't feel like working. Some nights I was exhausted, but I had to keep going. I had to show up, put in the work, and keep learning. That's how real progress is made. When you start doing things for yourself, something magical happens. You stop waiting. You stop blaming. You stop wishing. You begin creating. You begin acting. And as you act, life starts responding. People notice your determination, opportunities begin to appear. Even failure becomes a teacher rather than an obstacle. You need to understand that pain is part of the process. Every struggle you face, every no you encounter, every time you feel like giving up, Those are your greatest teachers. Pain forces you to grow, to think differently, to get stronger. I've failed countless times in business, sometimes losing money, sometimes losing deals, but each failure taught me lessons I could never learn in comfort. Remember this, the world does not owe you anything. Success doesn't arrive because you wish for it or because you are talented. Success comes to those who work when no one is watching, who take responsibility for their own growth, and who push themselves when the path is hardest. Even now, I still live by this principle. Every time I start something new, I remind myself, no one is coming to push me. I have to figure it out, do the work, and create the path forward. That mindset has allowed me to build companies, launch initiatives, and overcome obstacles that once seemed impossible. You can adopt this mindset too. Start today. Don't wait for someone to motivate you. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for permission. Decide that you will push yourself and then take action. The smallest steps matter. One phone call, one email, one extra hour of learning. All of it compounds into extraordinary results. So let me end with this truth. Nobody is coming to push you, and that's the greatest gift you can have, because it means that your life, your dreams, and your success are completely in your hands. You don't need permission. You don't need applause. You don't need anyone to believe in you. All you need is yourself, your courage, and your willingness to act. The road will be hard. You will fail. You will feel fear and doubt. But every step you take on your own, every time you push yourself, when no one else will, you are building strength, character, and unstoppable momentum. Remember, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who act, those who refuse to quit, and those who decide today, in this very moment, to take responsibility for their life and push themselves forward. So stand up, look in the mirror, and say, no one's coming to push me. I will do it myself. When you do that, nothing, not fear, not failure, not rejection, can stop you. The power is in your hands. The time is now. Go and make your life extraordinary. Here's my advice for you. Start small, but start today. Take one action every day toward your goal, even if it's just 10 minutes of focused effort. Learn constantly, read books, watch lessons, ask questions, and never stop improving. Embrace failure. Each setback is a lesson, not a defeat. Surround yourself with doers, not talkers. People who act inspire you to act. And most importantly, hold yourself accountable. No excuses, no blaming others. Remember, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who act, those who refuse to quit, and those who decide today, in this very moment, to take responsibility for their life and push themselves forward. So stand up, look in the mirror, and say, no one's coming to push me. I will do it myself. When you do that, nothing, not fear, not failure, not rejection, can stop you. The power is in your hands. The time is now. Go and make your life extraordinary. If you love this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to get daily motivation video.